Hi, how are you? This is now the book review of Rina Deception Trilogy, Book 3, continuation of Adrian and Leah's story. This is Consumed by Deception. This is the last and final book. This is good, very good. Spice and story is 5. It actually made up for book 1 and 2, so Rina can save the best for last. However, this is still dark and mental or psychological. If you remember in book 1, the ending was that she remembered everything in the park, right? And she remembered that she wasn't Winter, right? Book 3, that's where it pick up. So basically book 2 is just introducing to you how they met, how they get married, and so on and so forth. Now it tells the story of how Leah became Winter. Actually, when she jumped off the cliff, Adrian saved her, and because she has trauma from her childhood and other trauma from now, the doctor told Adrian that she is disassociating and her mental health is literally on the street. So Leah did to defend herself is to pretend and absorb that she is Winter. She doesn't remember Adrian, but she fears Adrian, so it's subconscious. So Adrian talked to the psychologist and said, you need to let her go, otherwise you will completely lose her and her mental health. Adrian agreed to let her be as homeless. Larry was actually young with just makeup. And while she was homeless in New York, she thought she was alone, but Adrian and Kolya was actually following her. Adrian lost his focus on Bratba and was just focused on him. And then that's how she ends up as Winter. Now, on this book, Leah remembered that she isn't Winter, and she finally realized that Luca, her Italian best friend, was actually using her, and it wasn't Adrian who was using Leah to get into the Italian mafia. She realized that Luca wanted to delete Adrian, and in exchange, Luca wanted to tell the truth about her parents' death, about how Adrian used her, but she came to her senses. She knew that she was wrong. She knew that it was her fault why Adrian distanced herself. She finally came to her senses that what she did with Winter was wrong. What she did to Jeremy was wrong. What she did to everything was very, 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 very wrong. And now to make up for it, she decided to do everything she can to win back Adrian. However, the thing is that Adrian caught her being kissed by Luca. So now Adrian was very suspicious and was distancing himself. The worst part is she used Jeremy to force Adrian to go on a family vacation. But she was starting to win Adrian because Adrian is a good man and really loves her a lot. They went to Russia, and then she found out that um, Adrian loved her. But the following day, Kolya reported to Adrian that Leah did not only betray Adrian, but also wanted to delete him. So Adrian took him to the forest, supposed to unalive her, but he couldn't because he's madly in love with her. So when the Pakan called Adrian to come back to New York and face your consequence, Adrian said goodbye to Jeremy and Leah. She was devastated. She even ran after the car, but there's nothing that she can do. On the other hand, in New York, Adrian was put in the basement. He was punched, and actually a little bit tortured by Vladimir, but Kirill was actually very nice and was helping. Damien was funny, but he wasn't helping Adrian at all because Damien just want war. And so Leah said, I watched before, nothing happened, and now I have to save him. I have to save this family. Leah asked Jan to and Boris to take her to New York back where she can talk to her dad. Leah was the long lost daughter and heir of the Italian Don Luciano, who happened no Lucas. I don't remember. I'm confused with Luca and the Luciano. So she asked help and said, I will get to know you if you help me, Adrian, and let Adrian and Bradba share with you the mayor and the shipment to South America and so on and so forth. So Leah saved Adrian, and then they start to develop their feelings. Well, actually, they didn't start developing their feelings for each other. They knew they love each other, but they had a great miscommunication. So kudos to Leah for making up from what she did in book 2, because now she was the one initiating. And actually the epilogue was very good because Leah was pregnant again and she gave birth to Annika, and they became a very happy family where she had a good relationship with her dad. Adrian had good relationship with the Bratba once again. Adrian was the constant contact of the Italian. Jeremy was over the moon because he had now a baby sister. Kolya and Winter was suspicious, but I hope they get a book. No, Jan and Winter, I'm sorry. Kolya is very loyal and it actually has a very good ending. And when Book Talk recommend this book and hyped Adrian, it was actually worth the hype. It was legit hype. I highly recommend you this book. 5 spies, 5 out of 5 for the spies, 5 out of 5 for the story. It was good. I like how Luca paid for everything he did. He used Leah so Adrian unalive him. I love how the mystery of her parents was solved. Her father had a good relationship with her. How Adrian went back to Brava. How Adrian showed that he is actually an important asset of Brava. And I love how Adrian and Leah healed their trauma, their mental health. And my only dislike in here is Luca on how he is supposed to be like a friend but instead use Leah. Although Leah was naive, 50-50. But I like how Leah saved Adrian by sacrificing herself a little bit. And I also like cameo of Kirill and Damien. Even Rai, I actually like it a lot. Do I recommend this book? Yes, obviously. It's Rina Kent's book. It's just very heavy, very psychological, and very mental. But other than that, oh my god, this is my first book review without that much spoiler. So read this book. I highly recommend it to you. I will see you on the next book, and that would be the Monster Trilogy. Bye bye.